Okay, good morning. I'm here. It is about 8:30. I'm at Burgess Falls State Park in Tennessee. The trail itself is pretty short. It's like a mile and a half one way, so it's about a 3 mile round trip. Supposed to be really gorgeous, lots of flowing water this time of year, especially since we just had rain a couple of days ago, quite a bit of rain. I called and they said the falls were really looking good, a lot of flow, so it should be an interesting hike. Hopefully this is going to be a two-part hike. Burgess Falls this morning, a round trip, and then this afternoon go to Cummins Falls, which is supposed to be really pretty. Go down in the gorge at Cummins Falls. You're supposed to go across the river a couple of times, knee-deep water, so we'll see how that goes. I think it's going to be kind of interesting. But anyway, man, I'm telling you what, I just shake so bad. Let me see if I can hold it more steady. Is that a little better? Anyway, it's a beautiful day, 40 degrees. Looking forward to it, and I'll get back to you when the stuff looks like it's worth looking at. Bye for now. All right. So actually, I was wrong about all this. It's a mile and a half round trip, so it's only 3/4 of a mile. So it's not going to be probably a very long day, but there's quite a few cascades and falls, and from what I can understand, this area in the 20s and 30s and 40s was used to power the city of Cookeville. They had a dam upstream, and so anyway, I'm going to go down here and we're going to take a look, see what it's like. It's a small little park, but it's pretty. About that. It's kind of pretty. I think this is the first of the cascades. The dam was be to your right, and then there was a big flume that went down to feed a powerhouse, and we're going to head that direction. Pretty little cascades. Zoom you in a little bit. You know, I didn't realize, but I mean, I always thought Tennessee was a pretty state, but I didn't realize how fortunate we are living where we do, that there's so many things within just an hour or two's drive. So, yeah. Okay. We're going to head down the steps. It says strenuous. We'll find out. I don't know if I'll do the whole thing, but I mean, as far as filming it, I'll do the whole thing. There you go. There's remnants for the flume support, the flume that fed the powerhouse. Just go down the hill here, see what we can see. That's right, pretty. That's a nice cascades. That's really gorgeous. And here's more just right down there. Okay, there goes one pole. Well, you can hear it. Sounds pretty cool. We're coming up on a thing here. You see the cables and stuff. It was a suspension for the flume to go across. It held the pipe that held the water. But anyway, once we come around this corner here, yeah, this gives you an idea of what it was. Anyway, let's go over here. Look at that. Pretty awesome. I think this is the middle falls. What they call the second fall. You can see the steam, I guess, from the evaporation. Look at that. That's pretty cool. Let's go along this easy trail. I got my walking sticks. You don't even really need them. Yet, we haven't come to the strenuous part yet, obviously. at that overhang. Isn't that cool? Oh, it's a great morning. It's cool, especially when you're out of the sun. But, wow, it's a weird trail there. Anyway, so this is kind of nice. I mean, nice to slip in a little bit of a day hike right here just before Christmas. Had a break in the weather. Talk to you later. Alright, I had to get off there right quick. Somebody snuck up on me. I didn't want to film them, so anyway, walking down the trail a little ways, and you can look right there, and you can tell there's a drop off in the river. So we're going to be walking around that way. We'll see what that looks like. So I'll get back with you in just a minute when we get to that. But for now, beautiful. Okay, you can probably hear it. I think this is the main falls. We're coming up to an overlook. However, it's in the morning and facing east, so I just don't know how good it'll be. I just came up a bunch of steps, so I'm puffing. But anyway, take a look at that. Right there. We're going to go over here to the overlook and see what it looks like. Then we're going to take the trail that goes down, if it's open, that is. Yeah, it is. So we have the overlook, and then we have the trail. Let me get over here. Maybe I can get in the shadow. Well, I don't know. I don't know how well you can see that. Maybe once I get down in the bottom. But that's big, y'all. I mean, that falls is pretty wide. Tree in the way. Okay. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Wow. Right here in Tennessee, y'all. Beautiful. Worth the trip, for sure. Look at that. Prettyful, prettiest. All right. There's overlook. We're going to go away from the falls a little bit and head down the trail. This is supposed to be the strenuous part. We'll find out. It's got some wood 6x6s in the ground. They'll probably slick. So all right. Back to you in a minute. All right, just a little ways further down the trail. Not sure what we're going to run into, but I'm seeing some pretty cool stuff through the trees. I don't know if the lighting is going to allow you to see the gorge, area, the gorge wall, so to speak. But yeah. Wow. Wow. We got a nice little observation deck. I don't know if you can see the mist, if the video shows it or not, but that last falls that we saw, that the picture of, was the middle one. Okay, well, look at that over there. Okay, and this is the main fall. This is the lower fall. That's pretty cool. I'm going to go down to the bottom. We've got a trail that goes down there, a part of the way. So, anyway, is that pretty or what? Look at that. Man. Later. Well, I thought the trail led to the bottom of the falls, but it doesn't. It leads just to the top. And actually the view from the overlook is better than the view from right here at the edge of the falls. But it's a pretty steep drop off. Right up here on the edge, baby. Right here. There we are, right on the edge. That's a lot of water going down there. Look at that. That's pretty. And there's a better view of that gorge wall. Canyon, whatever you want to call it. Pretty neat. That's a pretty big drop down there too. I mean, that's what, 100, 125 feet maybe? I'm not sure what the height of the falls is, but here's the other side. And going over here, you can see some of the supports for the plume from the hydroelectric plant still there. Could you imagine doing that back in the 20s? I mean, my goodness. Wow. Well, this was a much shorter trip than I thought, but hey, it was pretty. You almost feel guilty getting views that good for that little bit of work, you know? I mean, this is just a little cascades right here just above the falls, and they definitely tell you, say no swimming, which I can understand that. I mean, you don't want people swimming in that swimming hole right there and then getting a cramp or something and going off the falls. Not a good thing. It's too cold to swim right now anyway. But to take you up here to this. Since I'm here and may never come back, what's that song? Simon and Garfunkel? We may never mind. Anyway, pretty. I like the way the light's reflecting off the water. I don't know if the camera's going to get it or not. But I'm going to head back up the trail, back up to the truck, and go to Cummins Falls. All right, we're heading down the Blackburn River Fork Trail shortcut to go down to the base. I don't know how much video I'm going to get done. This park seems to be really popular today. I mean, really, it's a Tuesday. People with dogs, yada yada yada. So I don't know how much video I'll get done. We'll just have to kind of play it by ear. But yeah, I'm going to go down here and cross the river. I got a feeling the water's going to be cold. But that'll be fine too, you know. It's going to be worth it. But wow, that's a nice beech tree right there. Pretty good size. Yeah, pretty good size beech tree. So yeah, I'll have to keep my eye out for stranger dangers and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah. Here we're coming up on the Blackburn Fork River Basin Waterfall Trail. And that's the way we're going to go. And when I come back, maybe we'll go to the overlook. See it from a different direction. But I got a feeling there's going to be this is going to be a gorge wall too. So it will be very interesting to see. Pretty nice trail. Of course, it hadn't been used many years, but yeah. I just hope these people's dog is well behaved. They got it all fenced off because they don't want people going, you know, but in certain areas, I guess they're trying to keep for safety and everything else. So, yeah. So we'll just walk along the trail a little bit. And I may have to shut it off really quick depending on how close we are to people, or if somebody sneaks up on me, or whatever the case may be. But yeah. Sorry about the snipping. A little cool. But, a lot of beech trees in here. There's leaves all over the ground for beech trees. That's where they got the famous beech nut chewing gum flavor from. People probably thought somebody just made that up in their head, but no, it's a real thing. A lot of switchbacks along through here. Pretty steep. It's going to be a fun climb coming back up. We can do it though. Kind of hear it. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it that well. See if I can zoom in. It's going to be a little shaky. Have to zoom into it. That's what I have to do. Well, that's a pretty little trickle coming down to the river. I'm just going to head up this way a little bit. And I got to cross the river somewhere, but I'll be there to find out where. He said, make your way across, just find a way. There's no bridges. Do the best you can. Go upstream till you get there. So that's what we're going to do, go upstream. Yeah. Okay, so I made it across. I went down a little ways and just went across. It wasn't flowing too fast, but it was slightly above my knees at one spot, and it was just a little bit on the chilly side, seeing as how it's about 48 degrees outside. But not bad. I hope it's worth it. I can see where some people have already come across today, I think. But yeah, I know this is going to be a little jiggly, and I'm sorry. But as you can see, the terrain is not exactly conducive to steady walking. So, be that as it may. Yeah, see, I came all the way up to that little ledge right there, but I couldn't get down and couldn't get across there. So, and then that's where it ends. You have to come across. And so we're going to go on down this direction, and I'm going to have to cross it again. So I got 3 more crossings today. So the last one wasn't so bad. It was in the sunshine. So, but I tell you what, if the water was much higher, woo-wee, it'd be pretty rough. Be cold. But, you know, I can handle it up to my knees. But it was really starting to get cold as I was going across. So about halfway across, it started creeping up to my knees. And from there, all the way to the other bank. Yeah, pretty bad. So I'm just leaving my tennis shoes on. Took my hiking boots off, so I'm kind of treading kind of slow here. Just because I don't have my hiking shoes, because I just have to change them again anyway. So I'm just gonna deal with this. But you can see it's starting to get kind of rocky up here, so I'm gonna let you go, and I'll get back to you later on. Well, now I've come from that way, trying to find a way across the river, because they said you had to cross it twice to get to the falls. So I'm looking and looking and looking and looking and thinking, that's probably not going to work. Probably not going to work. So I'm looking and looking and looking and thinking, where am I going to get across? I don't know. I still don't know. And I don't think I'm going to have to, because there's the falls there. All I got to do is work my way along this little rocky shoreline here, which I think I can get up through there. I think there's a trail right up through there, and I can get around and get a good shot of the falls. So that's my plan, so I won't have to cross the river again. All right, I'll get back to you when I get up there and get a better shot, but that's it, Cummins Falls. So one thing in hiking that I'm beginning to learn is don't neglect to look behind you, because you just never know what you're going to see. Look at that escarpment. It goes way on up there to the rim, the top of this gorge for Cummins Falls. And I mean, this is, I can't get it any wider than this, because I'm standing right here at the base of the falls, and you can hear it. But I just thought that this was so cool with all those stratified layers and everything. And then you work your way, and there it is. Cummins Falls. We'll keep going on around, then I'll come back to the falls. But see, it's I don't know if you can see it, but right up there, you see the fence? That's the overlook. Zoom back out again. So, yeah. So this is it. Oh, and I bet you're wondering what those are. Those are park-provided life vests if you want to swim. I guess there's a swimming hole over there. I haven't been yet. But anyway, zoom you back in. And we're going to go back to the falls. Let's tighten that up just a little bit. How about that? How about that? That is just gorgerific. Let me move on up a little bit later. Okay, I finally made it about as close as I'm willing to get. So, let's take another look at it. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Look at how it stair steps down, cascades. That is just superb. Superb. Man in all his wisdom and ingenuity could not make up something like that. Not unless he'd seen it somewhere else first. That is gorgeous. Wow. Look at that. Look at that. And it's a pretty big area. I mean, pretty big pool down here at the bottom. You know, I mean, right here it is. I don't know how deep it is, but you can tell by the color of the water it's pretty deep. And then it kind of narrows into a little channel there and goes down. I guess maybe that's where you go swimming. But they got all those life vests down there. Wow. Wow. There's more of that escarpment up there. Okay, there it is again. There's another one. I have to get one on every height. You see that ledge right there? You see that tree growing out on top of that rock? That one right there. Growing right out of the top of the rock. Yep. There's a few of them like that. There's one growing on the very edge. Wow. So, this is where I'm going to cross. And I am going to attempt to carry you with me, babe, because I know you want to get in the water. I saw a girl just come across here, and it wasn't quite as deep as when I went across. Rocks are slick, and the water's cold. But hey, I just hope I don't drop you in the water. Oh yeah, this is better than the last place I crossed. This is the deepest spot right here, right up to my knees. That's about it. Oh yeah. Man, this water's cold. Whew. Goodness gracious. So, made it across, almost. I haven't quite fallen and busted my hiney yet, but there's still potential. Okay, That's where I went across. I'll remember that next time, if there is a next time. Which I just crossed like 50 feet below that, and it was deeper. Oh well, live and learn. It just took a woman to show me the best way. Isn't that the way things are in life sometimes? You know, sometimes you just need to listen to a woman. So how about that? I can't, yes, things are starting to warm. And these pants, man, I love these things. They dry within just a very, very few minutes. They're dry. So yeah, a whole lot better than cotton or anything like that. These things did the trick. So yeah, this is kind of the trail. Kind of. I'm gonna go get up here somewhere where I can sit in the sunshine on a rock and take my shoes off and dry my feet out, and then I'm gonna put my hiking boots on. But we got somebody coming up the trail, so talk to you later. All right, let's go for a walk in the woods. Let's see if we can't get to the overlook that we saw from below. Probably, I'm thinking a little less rock scrambling than I was doing. I would like to film some of that. If I'd had a chest mount or a head mount or something, it would have been okay, but even that probably would have been super duper jerky because I was going up and down, scrambling rocks, jumping, hopping. Fun. A veritable blast. So now I'm on top of the gorge. I tell you, this is a nice little state park. It's not huge, but it's nice. I mean, got some cool stuff. The trails are marked until you get down to the river. Then you just got to fend for yourself. But I mean, it's pretty simple. You follow the creek upstream. I mean, how much marking do you need for that? Cool moss. Ooh, I wonder what's living down in that little hole. Something, boys, wore the bark out. Huh. Catch up with you later. Okay, that's the direction that we came from. A little bit of the woods. Small little hemlock trees and fir trees. Let's just walk along the path here. Wow. That's a pretty big tree right there too. Huh. There's another hole in a tree. Wow. And beech trees, they got some cool beech trees here. Biggins. So we came from that direction. This is the trail to the overlook of Cummins Falls. And I think it looks like it's right down here. Look across the gorge over there. I don't know if you can see it. The light's going to mess with it now. slightly different vantage point. I actually like the one from down below better, but this ain't bad. I won't throw it away. I won't delete it. The gorge wall over there. That's something. I don't know if I was the first one there this morning, but I was the only one there for a while, and then a couple of young ladies came up, and then I met two other young ladies, in each solo coming up by themselves. So, but I don't see anybody down there now. But yeah, there it is. Cummins Falls. Alright. Let's see if I can get back up this thing here. What a nice little park. I mean, they need to do some work. I think they need to I don't know, maybe improve the trails a little bit. Especially these here at the overlook that are being used so much, because they're gonna get really worn quickly. And I know that a lot of people say, well, whatever, but I think they should put some like gravel or something on it just to keep it from eroding as badly. But you know, it takes money. Anyway, that's it. I'm gonna head back this direction and head back to the truck. And unless I see something really cool, which I don't think I will, I will see you when I get back to the truck. Wait a minute, let's see what this is. Since I'm here, I might as well walk all the way. I think this is just a loop trail that goes back. Yeah, we'll just go this way. Later. Okay. Excuse me, I'm just finishing up lunch. Anyway, I just got back from hiking down to Cummins Falls and back, and then I did the Overlook Trail also. Really not a bad trail. I mean, getting to the base of the falls, they have a good trail down to the river. Once you get to the river, there's really no marked trail. I mean, you can see where people have walked and everything, but getting across the river, it's pretty much up to you, and you have to cross it because you see it in the video. The trail on one side runs out into a cliff. I mean, you can't go any further, so you have to cross a little bit further downstream from that and get across, and then go up the other side and scrambling rocks and climbing up and down. It was cool. It was a lot of fun, really cool. I only fell twice. So, yeah, I feel good about that. The water was cold, but it wasn't bad. I mean, they closed the trail. I understand that, the gorge trail, when the water gets up, and I can understand that because it gets pretty rapid there. But it was a nice trip. Burgess Falls was pretty. I didn't care too much for them leaving that cable suspension system for the flume hanging over the river there, because it kind of blocks the view of the middle falls. It's kind of ugly. They need to get rid of it if they can. But anyway, I'll see you again. Hopefully we'll have some more good weather. It turned out to be a beautiful, beautiful day. And hopefully we'll have some more good weather this winter, and I can get out and do a couple more day hikes. Anyway, we'll talk to you again soon. Love you, babe. Bye.